Welcome back to the Innovative Agency, everybody. Sharon Torek here with you again today. And if you've been in the agency world for a while and had the privilege, I'll put it that way, of the conversations with your clients about measuring leads versus sales, figuring out what the impact of marketing and sales are separately and together in your client's organization, then this conversation today is going to be very relevant to you because I've found in talking with lots of agency owners that attribution is really hard between marketing and sales. That it's easy for lead generators and salespeople to sort of pass bucks between them. And really, and this is my editorial view, and I'm going to talk to our guest today who's going to let us know how he feels about it. But my view is that it's about getting everybody to have the conversation so that everybody can maximize their swim lanes. To talk about it with us today and the state of lead generation in general, Alex, welcome. Alex Oliveira, founder and CEO of Prediq, which is a lead generation focused agency. And you do a lot of other things. You're a pretty comprehensive firm, but I'm really excited to have this conversation with you today about your slice of the agency world. And thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks, Sharon, for having me. I'm excited as well.
I am too. And you know, I gotta believe that one of the segments or I guess tasks in marketing over the last few years that has been most affected by change, whether that change was the pandemic, which changed the way we market, or whether it was the economy, and now whether it's technology sort of screaming down on us, that lead generation has had to be very nimble over the last few years. And that you've seen probably a lot more change than other segments of the marketing agency world. So, what's your experience been like over the last few years, evolving and adapting to all this kind of fast-paced change?
Lots of changes. I mean, you think of even Facebook and Google, they were sort of late to the game in helping businesses really get at the lead generation phase of the funnel,
Mhm.
right? Because most marketing agencies, you're either at the top of the funnel, in the middle, at the bottom, somewhere. And for me, I was always attracted to the bottom because in my career, sales has always been at the center. So for me, it was like, okay, great. I understand marketing. I worked in many industries for over 15 years now, but what I enjoy is sales. So that alignment between marketing and sales. And early on with Google ads and Facebook ads, I mean, look, Facebook ads wasn't until I think 2016, because I remember because I wrote an article about Facebook lead ads, which was a big deal. And we couldn't figure out like, Facebook at that point has, I don't know, close to 1 billion users. Why are they not allowing brands and business pages to generate leads on their native app? Why do they have to go out, go to your website, click once, twice, disjointed experience between different landing pages? And then they did. They introduced lead ads, I think 2016. Google took a few more years. And here we are today. So when you think about it, lead generation has has been one of those areas of marketing that every business needs it, no matter what industry, B2B, B2C. But because the technology world truly didn't understand how it fit into the ecosystem, it was more like drive traffic and awareness, which is great for big brands. It is really good for big brands. But even in the case of Ford, Ford Motor Company was one of our biggest clients in, I think, 2014 to 2017. They came to us and said, like, look, we've got branding. We work with big agencies. We got big marketing teams. But what we need you for is leads going into the dealerships.
Mhm.
And we're good at that. We can generate leads, real names, phone numbers, emails of people actually saying, I'm looking for a car.
Mhm.
Um, Again, now today it's a lot different because a lot of these platforms, DSPs, programmatic advertising, they offer the products for
Right.
you, the business, to say, you know what, I actually don't want just clicks. What I want is leads. Like even if I do a video ad, I want to see leads. I'll give you a lead magnet, but I want the contact information. But it wasn't always that way. So I would say the biggest innovation that I've seen in lead gen and affiliate marketing has been closing that gap and the friction that existed for so long.
Do you it almost feels like that marketers and the agencies that work with them on that part of the funnel, they kinda caught the dog by the tail, and then I'm not sure they always know what to do with it once they catch it. And by that, I mean, um, turning those leads into actual qualified discussions for purchasing decisions, which is a very sort of bottom of the funnel activity, I think. And
Mhm.
and so how are we evolving in terms of getting from just focusing on the number of, because it used to be eyeballs and then it was leads. So and now I think quality is much more important to the people who pay agencies to get their qualified leads. So how have you seen that change or evolve as you've put these campaigns together for your clients?
Yeah, the evolution of how we turn a lead into a sale or convert it into a sale, I would say the biggest driver of higher conversions has been tools like CallRail
Mhm.
and many others, in terms of attribution. Not like, forget just the Google Analytics and all of that. I'm talking like really hardcore attribution where you can pinpoint the sale and the footprint in that journey, right? So these tools that are available today and increasingly with AI makes it also easier. And then integration tools like Zapier so that you can connect everything gives me the opportunity to hold the client's feet to the fire, because for more than a decade, when I started this in 2010, company I started in 2011, but I was doing it since 2010, it it always felt like, look, I can generate good leads for you, but your sales team isn't so good, or your customer service intake team isn't
Yep.
so good. Like, we work with law firms, right? Do personal injury, we do, workers' comp,
Oh,
SSD,
no.
and and right, and you drive the traffic, real people that need real help. Like, I need help with my social security disability, and certain law firms are not so good at doing the intake, just flat out. Now, if I have a software like CallRail to record those calls and look for certain keywords and really score the call, I can tell you, like, within the first week, the leads aren't the problem.
Mhm.
Team is the problem. They're either A, uneducated about your product, which if they're outsourcing it, that's always the case, or B, they just really are not that good in customer service, or even worse, they're just pushy salespeople trying to get people through because they're paid on commission. So the tools today, Sharon, allow us agency owners to it's to turn the attention to the client and say, can we, before we even go down the lead rabbit hole, before we even do a campaign, so you're not going to spend a dime, let's do a deep analysis and audit a discovery process. And that discovery process, if you allow me to do it, I am going to secret shop you. And I'm going to give you this feedback to your team, because we're going to do this thing. They don't know it's happening. And then I'm going to transcribe all of that, come back to you and say, you don't have a lead problem. You have a problem with customer service.
Mhm.
And it's a real problem, more so with small businesses, uh, businesses that have sales teams, companies doing 20 to 100 million. They don't have that problem as much because they have management and they can afford the big systems for attribution, right?
Right.
But it's the small businesses, the under 20 million in revenue, that they may be using a marketing and technology stack made up of like 15 to 20 tools. Meanwhile, the other companies are using hundreds of tools
Yep.
to make sure that everything is working well. So I would say, yes, having that ability to have that conversation with the client and say, look, let's not do the lead generation campaign today or release the ads. Let's improve the entire journey. Because once you do that, you're not going to come back and complain to me that the leads are the problems, right?
Right. Well, I'm really glad you said that because you sort of anticipated my next question, which was what tips do you have for other agency owners or leaders about how to have that realistic expectation setting conversation
Mm.
with their clients up front, either at time of engagement or at time of project launch? Because I see a lot of churn being caused because people were not on the same table about what data would be meaningful to gauge whether or not a campaign's even working. Um, what a brand's real goals are in terms of getting from where they are to where they, what their desired future is. Um, and you've been doing this for a while and you understand lead generation. How do you have those conversations with clients in a very open way and in an upfront fashion without jeopardizing the relationship before it even results in revenue?
It's
But so that you're not creating these churn problems where, well, that's not what we expected, or you didn't tell us that possibly it's not a lead problem before you sold us lead gen services. And it's a problem that gives the agency world not a great rap sometimes.
that's right.
Amongst client
That's
marketers.
it's a tough conversation, no doubt. But I think in any business, you from a sales perspective, you have to decide, determine, create the criteria as to what a good customer is for you, a good client. And then you have to punt all the other ones that aren't. So I'm not going to conform on my proven method, my proven system. I've written a book, I've done courses, I have generated 24 million leads, I've worked with big brands, I've taught digital marketing at the MBA level. And I don't say that to toot my horn, but I just say that to say, how many leads have you generated, client? None. You do what you do it well. Now, if you hire me, it's kind of like I say to clients, the analogy, I go to a restaurant and I get there and I say, actually, I want to go in the kitchen with the cook. A chef would kick you out, say, what? You came here because I'm the chef. I do it well. I do it my way. As a matter of fact, I used to have a restaurant client, fine dining. True story. He would not allow ketchup or salt in his restaurant. Listen, it was a French cuisine, and he was adamant that the food is the way it is. There's
Mhm,
no salt. Don't bring salt. Don't bring ketchup. And people would flip out and give him a bad review. That's
mhm,
okay. He continued to grow because look, he does what he does. So I don't try to conform. And my advice to other agency owners is don't do it either. Get
mhm.
on the same page with the KPIs, which is hard to do sometimes,
Yeah.
but easier when you're working with a company that has the right marketing person in place. If I'm working with a company large enough, or medium-sized companies usually have a full-time marketing director, might even be a CMO. If we're on the same page about KPIs and what the definitions of those KPIs are, and then I tie it to certain objectives, and then we say, well, what are those outcomes going to look like? We can have that discussion up front, but then still sidestep and say, it is in your best interest to find out that is your closing rate 15% for all leads from all channels right now because you're missing the some touch point. You need to improve it. Well, who in the right mind is going to tell you they don't want to do that? I'll tell
Right.
you who, a lot of business owners. So that's the surprise, right? So we have those calls all the time, Sharon, where I bring up this conversation and I've been told straight up by marketing directors, that's not what we want to hire you for. We
Mhm,
just want you to drive leads. What we need is leads. We need leads right now. We're not hiring you to put our customer service or process on. That's not it. We want leads. Right. But I can't have a conversation about leads if I can't have a conversation about your conversion rates because I've secret shopped you. You guys suck. You take 24, 48 hours to get back to me. You don't want to have that conversation? Listen, thank you. Have a nice life. That's
It's
it.
it's it's really refreshing though to have that cultural exchange with the potential client, and it takes a degree of personal confidence. It also takes you've gotta be on solid footing otherwise culturally within your agency, financially, and everything, and so, I'm happy to hear you put it just that plainly because I do think in many cases it's a fear-based decision not to say the hard thing, not to ask the hard questions. Do you have an adequate sales infrastructure to support a ton of leads if we get them to you?
Right. Do
What are
you
you
even
gonna
have
do
a
with them?
CRM?
Yeah.
And I'll have a
And
client as a CRM. No.
yeah.
What's
Yeah,
your
and
automation process?
yeah. And I
How do you
think some
follow up?
yeah, I think some agencies are fearful of asking the question that might lead to them being having to disqualify the prospective client because they want the business.
But can I make another point? So any
Yeah.
agency owners listening to this, and I've been a part of South Florida IMA, SEMPO, and many other organizations, nonprofit in the digital marketing and lead generation industry, and we've talked about this stuff. It's like, look, what the brands don't understand, brands, even small businesses,
Mhm.
if most agencies are actually pretty good at what they do, in my experience. It's just that they allow the client to dictate how they do their job, and that's where they get tripped up. Now,
Right.
if you do what you do well, and they allow you to do it, and they have that communication, it's going to work. But what you have to do is really hold to your principles, your values, and say, team, this looks like a great opportunity. They want to move forward, but we're not going to do it because every agency owner listening knows it takes so much work, dedication, and commitment to set up an account
Mhm.
and set it in the right direction, implement those strategies. Like the first 3 months, you pretty much put like a year's worth of work if you're doing it well,
Mhm.
because you want to set it all up as quickly as possible. Boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Thousands of tasks, right? For even a simple campaign. And then if the company says, well, that's not what I really wanted, I meant something else,
Yeah.
um, they're going to turn to you and fire you. Now you've put all that time and energy. So what I'll make a case for any agency is that even if they stayed with you for a year and they leave, it it doesn't work. Like
Mhm.
for us, we like 2 to 3 years minimum. No agreement. We'll go month to month, but I tell clients up front, for me to make this work, it's going to take some time for us to
Right.
get there, understand your business, understand your better target audience, how to make attribution happen, work closely with your sales team, improve your customer service. Oh, you don't want to do all of that? No problem. I'll pass.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the candor that has to occur, and we haven't even mentioned the culture crushing impact of taking on a client who doesn't respect that and not adhering to those standards if that's your agency standard. And your team just gets demoralized because the work that they're doing doesn't have a positive impact for the client. They're not getting, accolades from the client about results. There's everybody's unhappy. It's like, to give you an analogy from my field, it's like being a litigator. Nobody's happy to talk to you, not your client, not the other side. It's a no-win situation for your team as an agency. And in an industry where talent retention is so critical, no
Mm,
matter what the economy does to your businesses, the talent question has not changed throughout the pandemic, throughout the economy changing after the pandemic, throughout business heating up again after the pandemic sort of concluded. Everybody still needs to hang on to those wonderful people, and you're just gonna suck the energy right out of them by having clients
100%.
who are continually ticked off at you because you don't have an agreement on standards or KPIs or, leading indicators, whatever the measuring devices are, for the work that you're doing. So I
Yeah.
agree, and it takes courage as a leader to be willing to walk away from those potential opportunities because you spot that they don't meet your standards.
Right. And listen, there is a consequence to that. Like, let's be honest. I
Right,
may not meet my revenue goals
right.
year after year, maybe. And there have been years that we want to grow to here, doesn't happen. That's
Mhm.
okay. As
Yeah.
long as you can stay profitable, keep growing, no problem. Everybody's happy. And yes, you're sad you passed on some opportunities, but then you find out from another agency that this client is horrible. You say, what makes them horrible? I don't know. You didn't have the conversation with them. I told you, have the conversation with them, you know?
Yeah.
And one thing that I'll never do is refer an opportunity to another agency, because the agency will say, well, if we're not the right fit for you because you don't want to do what we're telling you to do because you do it well, we don't know about it, but we're going to pay you to tell you what to do.
Mhm.
Can you refer someone? I'm not going to refer one of my competitors that I respect to you. Never. You know, because you're
Yeah.
going to get taken. And you know what? April Fool's Day, we sent out an email blast. We do a weekly email blast to
Mhm.
a lot of prospects and whatnot. And one of the April Fool's jokes that we tested a bunch of different ones, was that hey, we've invented a new AI app called Rankinator AI. Rankinator AI, very simple. Get you to first page of Google, boom, within minutes. You just download it. And right now we're looking for 100 beta testers. Oh, I had people texting me, people emailing back, even clients, okay, who know better. I've talked about this horse shit. I mean, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. But that's how many agencies pitch, right? I'm going to
Uh,
get you to page one, as if
yeah.
that's possible. It's not possible. You can't
That's
guarantee
really
it.
funny. That is a really good
But I
promotion.
pissed off some people, right? Because I'm not kidding. Some people were like, well, that's not a funny joke. Because then when they click on the be one of the first 100 beta testers, they come to a page on our website that says April Fool's Day. And then we explain how SEO works and how digital marketing and lead generation works. And it's an opportunity to say, I know this is what you're being told by a lot of other people, but it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And here's all the resources and the most qualified people, not just us, other people in the industry, people at Google, who will tell you the same thing. So please stop hiring agencies or people overseas on Upwork or Fiverr and pretending that you're doing marketing or lead gen when you're not.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. And I know from our earlier conversation before we hit record that I'll say this might be a little bit controversial. Unlike a lot of your peers, you have a strong point of view about the compliance and the regulatory aspects of doing lead generation for your clients. And your approach is more proactive than I've seen other agencies like to be. And so, talk a little bit about that and how you developed that sort of sense of proactiveness and whether it was a bad situation that led you to it or whether it's just something that has kind of always been a part of how you've run the agency.
Well, you're a great host because you picked up on the fact that I might lean into there's got to be a story. Why does he feel strong about something that nobody cares about?
Uh-huh.
There's a story.
Yeah.
And it's a take less than a minute to explain. So
Okay.
2009, I am in between companies. I'm at Home Depot, corporate, and we're doing lead gen campaigns, whatnot. And we take on an affiliate. In the affiliate marketing world, there's a lot of bad stuff that happens, right? Just arbitrage of traffic. You don't know if it's bots, this one, that one. And
Right.
so a lot of big companies even get a bad name for it, like Rakuten and Commission Junction and others. But affiliate marketing it's a good way to grow your business, right? And at the time, there was just a lot of bad people, 2009, 2010 in the industry. FCC, FTC, like anybody in the government that was looking to regulate, specifically in the education space, home improvement, and insurance. Insurance was huge. A
Mhm.
lot of fraudulent traffic, bad for you, the consumer, right? They're taking your data. And I had a series of really bad situations, Sharon, where I approved the publisher. Because I used to have publishers, advertisers. So
Right.
advertiser comes in, I need traffic. I go into my network of publishers. I say, okay, great. I like publisher A, publisher B. You're going to do email, you're going to do SEO, PPC,
Mhm.
send traffic. Well, you have a series of bad situations happen that put your reputation on the line,
Right.
right?
Right.
And people are looking at you and saying, it's you. And you're saying, no, I did my due diligence. But believe me, these companies now that are fly by nights, that, they they did this. It's not me, but it doesn't matter. The advertiser looks at you as, well, we hired you, right?
Yeah.
And when you're working for big companies like Home Depot, and we also did lead gen campaigns for Allstate, and those large companies don't care. So right around that time, many of those companies started implementing like really high level standards. If they were going to run a campaign with you, they needed to see exactly the landing page. They needed to see the compliance, privacy policy, terms of use, everything specific to
Mhm.
that, right? And have all the tracking and the pixels. And I mean, penetration test, which I remember at the time they said, you need to do a pen test. If you want to work with us, yes. I said, what's a pen test? So I go to the tech team and they're like, oh, it's a very expensive penetration test. We got to go do all this. I said, oh my God,
Right.
really high level compliance. Um, so I learned a lot about that. And so when I launched my agency in 2011, as I mentioned to you before the podcast, one of my first hires was Steve. Steve, general counsel, attorney. Says, why would I come work for a marketing agency? And I said, look, I need a COO who has a legal background, who understands this stuff, because here's all these bad situations that I've seen happen in the industry. I don't want that to happen to me,
Mhm.
and in order for us to grow, we need to make sure we're not doing any of these things, because even when you are well intentioned, these things happen. And by the way, companies like Google, Facebook have been sued thousands of times
Yeah.
by advertisers. So it's not as if this is something that just happens to small agencies. The big companies who actually have the traffic find themselves being duped by publishers as well,
Right.
who can mimic and have, they do IP spoofing and all kinds of things with bots.
Right.
And now even more with AI, right?
Right.
So for me, early on, I developed that. And I said, look, everything we do is going to be like high level compliance. We're going to walk the walk and we're going to lean in with that. So when we work with big companies, we were small, little small outfit. I said, we're going to lean in with Steve and go and say, here's how we do it. Here's the compliance. And it worked. And it worked because it wasn't like I had Steve there just for like, 3 months or 6 months. I mean, he stayed with me for years. And
Yeah.
anytime we had an issue come up, here's Steve. And by the way, something that my competitors didn't do at that time too, Sharon, which today it's everybody does it, was
Yeah.
every agreement that we'd get from advertisers, Steve would redline, just redline, right? And we go back and forth. And it was truly a negotiation. Wasn't
Yep.
like, we want you to do the campaign like this. And we'd say, okay. We push back on them. And they'd say, wow, that's interesting. Like all the other agencies just take whatever we give them, you know, even
Did
like
you all
pay.
hear what Alex just said? I hope everybody who's multitasking stops for a second. The Steve factor is strong. I'm going to call it the Steve factor from now
I
on.
like that.
The Steve factor is strong. It's, we try to help agencies understand that proactive legal compliance. And I didn't even know until Alex and I talked briefly before the recording today that I'd even get a chance to step on this soapbox. And I love it when I get a chance to on my own show. Um, the value of being proactive about legal compliance for your campaigns, as well as doing a lot of legal due diligence in your contract negotiations, whether it's off your paper or the client's paper, um, makes you money. It makes you money because it saves you time. It makes you money because the deal that you usually make with the client is better when you are actually negotiating at the table instead of just signing the paper that they push across the table to you. And it makes you money when you don't have to hire lawyers later to defend campaigns that were improperly executed in the first place. So um, I'm it's always inspirational to talk to an agency owner who believes in that and who's a living, case study of that actually being a profitable thing to do in your agency business. So I'm really
Yeah,
glad. Yes,
and I'll tell you, it goes beyond that. I mean, when we do partnerships, Sharon, with even like a channel partnership
yeah.
where we're going to have a close relationship, we use not only Steve but other attorneys, whoever's available at that time that we like and have worked with, and
Mhm.
we say, hey, look, yes, we can read this, and of course you could put it into AI, but there's no replacement for the knowledge, the nuances of venues and things like that. Like we were doing a partnership with an app developer, which now we are part owner of two apps, one Push Bio, the other one Article Factory. And with Push Bio, the co-founder was in the UK, but we really wanted to have a headquarter here in Delaware. So we went through that whole process, right? Yeah, could I do all those agreements out of the box? And that's not what we do. So it kind of gets back to what I say to clients, right? I do what I do, let me do it, and I'll do it well. And the same thing when it comes to,
Right.
accounting with my CPA or my attorney. They do what they do. Gives me time to do what I do better. And one thing is for sure, it lessens the risk
Yep.
by a long shot, right?
And it saves you money too, because the time that you're saving costs you
Oh
money
yeah.
and saves you goodwill with your clients potentially as well, which
Mhm.
can also turn into money. So
I'm a fan.
me too. Well, I'm glad we had a chance for this PSA middle of our discussion about lead gen, but I want to get back to that for 1 second, take a turn and sort of look into, or have you, Alex, look into the crystal ball for lead generation over the next 12 to 18 months. Now that AI is infiltrating so much of what agencies do, how do you see lead generation tactics, techniques changing over the next couple of years as a result of infiltrating all of these new technologies into the science of it?
Yeah. And everything starts and ends here on the smartphone too, right?
Yep.
So it continues to be the fact that mobile devices is the way that businesses can really grow. And it's not always just an app, but it's the way we all, as human beings, whether you're B2B or B2C, we start our journey here in that moment. You need a plumber, a dentist, a lawyer. You start here.
Mhm.
Um, what I'm excited to see in the next few years is what happens with Google and SEO,
Mhm.
because no one's been able to disrupt them.
Right.
And OpenAI has the opportunity to. So me personally, my team, people in my family, when we need things now, the answers to a lot of things, we just use our Chat GPT app.
Mhm.
So maybe my Google searches have gone down by, half, if not more. And I don't always trust even like the reviews and the things like that. So I think that Google is going to have to figure out how to compete with that. I don't think OpenAI wants to replace Google. They just want to give you, the user, a better experience. Do I
Right.
trust OpenAI? No, I equally distrust them, and like all the other tech companies, but we all have to use them, and they do
Yeah.
have good products for businesses. Unfortunately, the data is the problem. Like I just heard their big lawsuit that they lost Google because it was supposed to be incognito, and they said, "Just kidding, it wasn't incognito for millions of users. We were actually capturing all the data so that we can retarget you." So time and time again, these tech companies have shown us that we can't trust them.
Right.
So I don't have a crystal ball for that, but what I do know is that consumer behavior will be slow to catch up to AI, because right now in the world of AI, there are thousands of apps. Like I said, we've developed two ourselves. And what I see is that people are already tired of hearing about AI for this, for that, the other. And the people who are like hardcore AI fanatics, like I'm one of those, for productivity. It's not so I can work less, it's so I can produce more and
Right.
better. And
Right.
every step of the way, there is that human-centric approach,
Mhm.
right? But I think again, will it impact consumer behavior and lead generation a lot? Only in one way that I believe so. And I don't want to talk about content, because so many agencies are making the mistake of using it for creating content, and we don't know yet if all that content is going to be penalized. Nobody's talking about that because Google said, "Well, we're not going to penalize it."
You're right.
Well,
They're not. They're
well,
not talking.
they're not if you create it in Gemini.
Mhm.
But if you created it somewhere else, I don't know. They're going to give
Right.
you a score, and that's a way for them to mess with the algorithm, right? And Meta is going to tell their AI Llama, "Hey, if you created the social media post using our AI, you're good. If you created using ChatGPT, ooh, we're not going to show it." So they have leverage, right?
Right.
Um, but I do think it's data. And I know we've all marketers been talking about data for like a decade. This is the opportunity where you get to take all that data and all of that discovery that I was talking about, where you can learn more about the attribution, tie it up with the KPIs. That is so exciting because, um, you know, 3 years ago, one of my clients, his daughter was a data scientist major at Florida State University. I hired her for the summer, right before she was about to go into her graduate program. I said, "God, I need a data scientist, but I don't really have a need for a full-time data scientist. Not that big of an agency, right?
Mhm.
But I love for you to come in and like, let's crunch all this data for
Right.
clients. And we did. And we did a really good job, but it was very manual. And you needed someone like her who understood how to do all of that.
Right.
Um, all that she was doing 3 years ago, I can do now in minutes. Take that data. Now, of course, parts of it you could see that maybe there are some, errors, which is okay. That's what you have the human aspect for. So I'm just excited about the data aspect of it, and then taking that data, optimizing based on that, and then giving you, the end user, the best experience possible. And so that whole friction that I was talking about, it's been cut down a lot. So whether you're on the brand side, on the agency side, that's what you should be excited about. Because if you do that, naturally your sales should go up if you have a good product, right?
Right. 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 I love it. I always, we've been as a firm talking a lot to agencies about, the legal risks associated with adopting generative AI. And I always title my presentation some version of balancing risk with opportunity, because
Mhm.
that's really what it's an exercise in right now, in my view, and how it's going to stay is there's a ton of opportunity out there, and the risks are just something you're going to have to balance along with that so that you can anticipate them, plan for them, and then, calculate whether you want to take them or not based on what the potential upside might be for your agency.
Yeah.
This has been such an awesome conversation, and I really appreciate your insights on sort of all aspects of lead generation with the unintended and unanticipated bonus of the regulatory discussion. Thank you very much. That was not
Absolutely.
planned, I assure everybody. If other agencies want to learn more about the work that Predict does and about your team in general, where are some of the best places for them to do that?
Yeah, I mean, you can connect with me on LinkedIn, Alex Oliveira. You can go to the site, predict.io. But I'm also very proud of my book that I wrote at the beginning of COVID when things were all over the place. I said, finally, I've got the opportunity to write this book. And the title of it is very fitting for any business and any agency. And the title is, If You Build It, Will They Come?
Mhm.
They don't come. That's the thing. There's a lot of great products out there, including a lot of agencies right now listening, going, I do a really good job. But the thing is, like, just because you built it doesn't mean they come. And if they come, doesn't mean they stay. So you got to like work your ass off to make sure that you stay relevant. And that's what the book is about. It's really takes my 15 years of experience, the highs, the lows, actually more lows than highs, let's be honest.
Mhm.
But that's okay. And I hammer on the fact that you need to test.
Yep.
TEST, test, which is something that a lot of clients don't want to pay for, but we got to like force them into, adopting that and saying, okay, so the book, If You Build It, Will They Come? That's a good one too. So
Yeah, I just checked it out on Amazon, actually getting ready for our conversation, and I'm totally ordering it because I agree with the premise that it's you've got to think a few steps ahead. And so I'm so glad that you had a chance to sort of help us understand how to do that.
thank you, Sharon.
And
I
yeah,
appreciate it.
my pleasure. It's been a wonderful conversation. And I appreciate all of you too for listening in. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. And we look forward to seeing you on the next one. And until then, everybody stay well. Take care.